The Wizards Vault seasonal refresh is here, and I'm going to explain everything that you need to know about it. I'm going to talk about different strategies that you can use to farm your dailies and weeklies quickly, as well as which items you should spend that sweet Astral Acclaim on. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Guild Wars 2, as well as Guild Wars Reforged content. Starting off, our major focus for the Wizard Vault is going to be earning the Astral Acclaim. Now, the Astral Acclaim is the currency that we use to purchase all the individual items that we have. Now, the most important thing that you need to know about this is that organizing your dailies and weeklies into specific categories is one of the most time-saving things that you can do with the Wizard's Vault. So looking at this, for example, you get one of your 4 dailies just by simply logging in, but then you must complete 3 of the 4 different options that they give you. Now, what's important to know is that you can simply earn all of these just by pigeonholing all of your daily activities into one game mode. What you need to do is go up to this little gear icon right here, click it, and then you'll be able to select where your daily and weekly objectives will be, specifically PvE, PvP, or World v World. However, if we're going to do it efficiently, we should look to have them all be done in one specific game mode. So PvE, or in my option, what I always love to do is just simply PvP. Now, I leave that open to discussion as far as what game modes tend to be fastest. Personally, I enjoy the PvP matches. I have a lot of fun, but there's also players who do not. So choose which daily and weekly activities that you would like to do in the most concise manner, because for the most part, while you're earning one, you're probably going to be earning another. All right, so looking at the Astral rewards, there are quite a few different items that I would mark as higher value as compared to others. I'm going to start out with 2 items that I think are going to be the best as far as them being the most lucrative and almost close to gold, and one being the Bag of Gold. This gets you flat 100 gold coins available. I mean, 8 Astral Acclaim for 1 piece of gold. You spend 800 Astral Acclaim, you get 100 gold. You can't beat it. You can use gold for everything, so it's almost universal, one of the best. Next to it is the Mystic Coins. Now, currently, Mystic Coins are going for about 2 gold on the trading post per Mystic Coin. And for you to be able to get 60 at a rate of 9 Astral Acclaim, I mean, it's just high value. Always recommend getting this, even if you're not using it, because technically you can use the Mystic Coins and trying to flip them and some other materials to get Mystic Clovers. However, honestly, you can just purchase these straight off of the trading post or sell these onto the trading post and be good to go. These 2 are going to be some of the most valuable items you can get. New this season is the bag slot expansion. Holy crap, I'm so excited about this. This may be one of the ones that I just pick up early on, maybe the first one that I do. So to put it in perspective, if I were to go to the Black Lion Trading Company, we're looking at 400 gems, which I think is about roughly $5 US, somewhere in that neighborhood. However, looking at this for 400 gems is something that you can get right here. Is just, it's so great. I'm definitely going to get this. I highly recommend getting this. This is one of the biggest items that I'm hyped about. I know that says a lot about me, but the bag slot expansion is only applied to that one individual character's items. However, really highly recommend, especially if you have a main class, or main character. This is so lucrative. Next item on the list that I would say is higher priority is the bags of laurels. Now, the bags of laurels are you can get 150 of them. It'll be a total of 1,500 Astral Acclaim that you'll spend on these. Laurels can be used for a number of different things. One of their more, we'll say, beneficial uses is being able to pick up ascended accessories, as well as like a necklace and other small things, rings, from laurel vendors that are found in just about every city. And it's fairly easy. They're not super duper expensive. You can basically kit out an entire character with all 150 of these laurels with ascended trinkets, accessories, and rings. Bags of laurels that contain the laurels inside can be used for crafting materials. There is a way to purchase crafting materials from the laurel vendors, which they can be pretty lucrative, because especially if we're looking at the tier 6 crafting materials, which are fairly expensive. I think each one of those individually goes for about 20 silver. It's 15 to 20 silver each, in that neighborhood, depending on which one. And you get 2 or 3 of them in any given bag. So it does end up being fairly we'll say, lucrative in that manner, especially if you're just either looking to sell or if you're looking to use it for legendary crafting. It's a great way to use it. Highly recommend getting the Bags of Laurels. The last one that I'll say is I'm definitely going to get, even though I'm probably not going to use it quite yet, is the Legendary Weapon Starter Kit. Now, the thing about this is that it gets you about like 85% of the way there to creating a Generation 1 legendary weapon. And you only have 4 different weapons that you can choose from that are given any given season. So I want to keep that in mind as I'm looking at this. However, long term, a Generation 1 legendary weapon, if I were to turn around and sell it, could be worth a few thousand gold. So it's really, really nice to get most of the legwork out of the way. I'm fairly certain it gives you the precursor. I'm fairly certain it gives the gift as well. So it has about most of it complete for you. And there are some things that you will need to do. I believe you'll need a gift of battle as well as a gift of exploration. So the gift of battle is done in World v World, and the gift of exploration is done by completing all of the Quarteria maps. However, it ends up being worth it. Whether you keep the legendary weapon or you just turn around and sell it, I'm definitely going to get this. It has just so much value packed into it, and it saves a lot of time, especially if you're looking to create a legendary weapon down the road. Highly recommend getting that one. Now moving on to the items that I would say get at some point during the season. So some of the items that I'm looking at that I'm definitely going to get into the season, starting from the bottom, is definitely going to get these Mystic Clovers. The Mystic Clovers really, really are nice just because they're nice to have, even if you're not looking to craft a legendary piece of gear right now, just because they're so difficult to come across anyway. Being able to purchase 20 of them per season just to have a storage for them is fantastic. So at some point during the season, I'm definitely going to pick these up and make sure that I have these locked away. Some of the other items that I'm going to get are like the Black Lion Mastery Coffer, which gives you a choice of Elixir of Mastery for any specific region. Now, it opens up to basically every expansion, so if you're missing some of your masteries in there, you can go ahead and fill them out. As you can see, like down here in Secrets of the Obscure, this will fill in this blank right here. However, it does not give you the mastery points to upgrade that. Keep that in mind. And also, if you do not have the mastery point ready to go, or you use it and you're already capped out on experience, it will have no effect. The build storage and build template, these are just convenience, honestly. So build storage expansion gives you 3 spaces for your account, while each build template expansion gives you 1 extra space for your specific character. Really nice to have. I'm going to get this at some point this season, probably not my highest priority though. New this season, and again, this is kind of going along with the idea of the quick play for the raids, is the Metabolic Primer and the Utility Primer. So if you have either of these prepared and then you use a specific food or use a specific utility, it will increase that buff duration to 12 hours. I like these. These are kind of a niche use, but I'm definitely going to be picking these up at some point. These up here for the Ascended Armor and Ascended Weapons, I think these are good to get just because they are there. I mean, worst case scenario, you have an extra Ascended Weapon or some Ascended Armor that's just sitting around. It's really nice, and you can trade this in between your characters. However, you have to put it in like a bank slot or a shared inventory slot and bounce it back and forth. So it does become kind of a pain to bounce back and forth. However, it's still really good gear. And worst case scenario, I could use an Ascended Salvaging Kit and just pop it right there, and that's for free. So good to just get these at some point. As far as items that I don't think I ever truly get, the Lesser Essence of Gold increases permanently 1% to your gold find. So that's gold, silver, copper, any of that you find. It's only okay. I mean, I don't really think that it's super high value. I mean, you can get it, but Revive Orbs, personally, because you can't use these in like raid PvP or World v World, I don't know. I never carry these, and you know, I seem to do just fine. It might be nice to have one, but again, it's at a rate of 95 Astral Acclaim. I think that's a little bit overpriced personally. But, I mean, you can get it. It's not wrong, but Tomes of Knowledge, I never buy. I never touch, just because I get so many of them while I am just going through PvP and going through the reward tracks. Now, if you're already at max level, these can be used for a free Spirit Shard, which Spirit Shards can be used to purchase some things from the Mystic Forge attendants. It's okay if that's the direction that you need to get and you need more Spirit Shards. Personally, I'm just, I get a lot of them anyway, so I don't ever really have to think about them If for my example, I'm already at max level with all of my characters and one of each class, so I don't really need the Tome of Knowledge personally, but it does have its uses. Obsidian shards are used in legendary crafting. However, you could just purchase these for karma straight from a vendor in ore, but you get so much just from either from that one vendor or just out doing things that it's kind of like, I don't think that I'll end up buying these. Now, these last two you can purchase as many different times as you want. I wonder if this is a replacement for the tier 6 crafting bags. I don't know exactly what the drop rates is for the wizard's box of crafting materials, but you can use these to purchase a number of, and I'm guessing there's going to be high value crafting materials in it. If you have extra Astral Acclaim and there's nothing else that you want to buy, this is probably going to be the best long-term lucrative thing that you could do. And the Legendary Essence of Luck, that goes 100% for the Lunar New Year event, which is happening right now. I mean, it's something you can do, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily you absolutely have to do it. So that's basically going to cover everything that you need to know as far as the Wizard's Vault and all the items and where we are at right now. If you are new to Guild Wars 2 and you are interested in learning more about where your roadmap should be for 2026, you can click this video here. Otherwise, stay caffeinated, folks.